I am TNA Knockout Allie, and you are watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to our interview with Allie. Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for doing this. It's a very exciting day as it is the CANUSA Classic, where you are going against Rosemary in a steel cage main event match. How are you feeling about tonight?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This has been a year in the making, and a couple months ago we had a hardcore match that included thumbtacks and chairs and cookie sheets, and I ended up going through a table. And tonight we have a cage. So I think it's gonna be amazing. I'm really excited.
You ready to kick some ass?
I'm very, very ready. Yes.
Well, tonight it's an all-girl card, and I just feel like being a women's wrestler right now is it's such an amazing time. How are you feeling about that?
I'm so proud of not only the women in our company, but just women wrestlers as a whole. I think that there's a lot more attention on us. I think that we're looked at as athletes now, which is something that I remember when I started back in 2004. It was still sort of the year of, we want puppies or the bra and panties matches. And I think it's just come such a long way, and it's really exciting to see kind of where we're headed.
Something else that's exciting is you finally stood up for yourself against Maria on Impact, and the crowd went absolutely wild. You had the alley, the chant was going roaring throughout there. So how did that feel? What was it like to finally say something?
Oh, that was exhilarating. That was a moment that I had been itching for. And I'm really excited for the Allie character because I think that everyone has been Allie. Everyone's been bullied, everyone's been mistreated, and everyone's felt like they didn't have a voice. So for Allie to finally have a voice and to say, no, like, you're not going to treat me this way, it was very amazing. I was very happy with that.
To see how much the fans are on your side, too, that just must feel incredible.
It does, because I think some people don't know that I've been doing this for so long. I've been wrestling for 12 years. I've wrestled on the indies. I've wrestled in Japan. I've wrestled in the UK. I've wrestled all over Canada. I've wrestled all over the US. And it's been such a climb for me. So to be able to wrestle in an Impact ring and then for the crowd to actually get behind me, I really can't put it into words.
When it comes to wrestling, you're constantly traveling from city to city, and you're a vegan. Mm-hmm. So is it difficult finding really good meals on the road?
Yeah, yes, yes. It's tricky. I like to plan ahead. I prep my meals. Before I go on the road, I usually cook up, lentils and tofu and all that. So I try to be as prepared as I can. But sometimes, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and the only thing open is Wawa. I end up eating fruit and almonds, and it's not that exciting.
What's one of your favorite vegan dishes to have?
Well, I just learned how to make seitan. I think that's how I pronounce it. Seitan, maybe? But I made it from scratch.
Okay.
It was very tricky to make, but it turned out so good. So it's my new favorite thing, and it's super high in protein, so.
I absolutely love your story. It's just so inspirational. So when you were signed to TNA, what was running through your mind? Because even after you had broke your collarbone, you're back and stronger than ever.
It was very emotional for me. Again, I going back to the fact that I've been doing this for a long time, and when I got hurt, I was out for 6 months. It was the first real injury I ever had, and I had to have surgery on it. And I think, like any athlete will tell you, when you can't do
what you love,
right? When you can't do what you're passionate about, what you wake up in the morning thinking about, when you can't do that, it's taken away from you. It really messes with your head. And so when I came back, I made a promise to myself that no matter what, this is going to be the best year, that I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to give it my all, and it's going to be the best year. And so when I was signed with my husband, by the way, we were signed together on the same day. It was one of the most emotional experiences of my life. I was so happy. It was a very, very cool moment.
Well, it's not like it was just a light injury that you conquered. That's a pretty heavy thing to come back from. A lot of people who have that think, I might not be able to do what I love ever again.
Yeah, it was very scary. I mean, and when it actually happened, I was wrestling and fell, and it broke. It snapped in half. I didn't realize it at the time.
You continued the match.
I continued the match.
Which is so badass.
I continued the match. I finished. I won the match. And then when I went to the back, it was sort of like I'm not feeling too good. This kind of hurts. And I remember the doctor was sort of like, just take a deep breath. It's okay. And I saw him look over to my husband and he was like, take her to the hospital. and so I was upset, but I was not so upset that I was hurt. I was upset that I wasn't going to be able to perform, So it was it was trying, but I'm in a weird way, I'm happy it happened because I was able to realize how much I really love doing this. And so it was like a blessing in disguise.
Being a music website, we of course must discuss the music. You often tweet about bands that you're digging. I saw one about Gob the other morning. I love Gob, interviewed them a couple of times. So who else have you been spinning lately?
So yes, Gob. I absolutely love Gob. I was a huge fan in high school. I remember me and my best friend went to their concert when we were, I don't know, maybe 15. And it was one of the best concerts I've ever been to. It was so high energy. And so I really love Gob. Gosh, there's so many. I love like Hatebreed. I love Poison the Well. One of the first concerts I ever went to was Poison the Well and Hatebreed at the Reverb. Do you remember the Big Bop downtown Toronto?
I don't.
It was this amazing venue on Queen Street, Queen and Bathurst, and I think I lived there from like grade 9 to when I finished high school. I was obsessed with that place. But I was able to see Poison the Well, and it was one of the coolest, most intimate concerts ever. So I really like them. I love Every Time I Die. But then I also, on the other end of the spectrum, I love some hip hop. I love Taylor Swift. I love everything. I literally love everything.
Seeing that you're always playing so many shows yourself, is it difficult to catch concerts now?
Yeah.
It is?
It is, yeah. So when we get to go to concerts, we actually just went to an Every Time I Die show in Buffalo. And it was one of the first concerts I've been to in I want to say 3 years, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. We try to go to the Warped Tour every year because, we love a lot of those bands.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we can, like the Misfits, for instance, reunited at Riot Fest. And I couldn't go.
Crazy, I know.
I couldn't go. And I just spoke to Matt Cross, who's another wrestler, and he told me all about being at the front of the Misfit concert.
That
And
must have hurt.
I was angry. I was legitimately mad at him. I was like, why are you telling me this? And he's like, oh, it was so great. And I got one of their T-shirts. And I mean, I saw the Misfits, but it wasn't like I saw it with Jerry only. So it wasn't, the full Misfits. And it was at another small concert in Toronto. And I mean, obviously it was amazing. I got to meet Jerry only and cried, and it was awesome. But he got to see the Misfits together.
Well, who is on your hit list for bands that you must see?
I really definitely want to see Rancid. I haven't seen them since I was 14. Again, it was one of my first concerts was going to a Rancid concert. So I'd love to go to a Rancid concert. I would love to go to a Hatebreed concert. They just came to Buffalo, and I, of course, missed it. So I would love to go to one of their concerts. But I think if I could please make a cry to the Misfits to please go on tour, I will be the first person in line for a ticket.
One thing I noticed in your feeds is you definitely like tweeting about Buffy.
Yes.
I love Buffy Summers so much, one of my favorite shows, so I'm assuming you're a big fan.
I am a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. Buffy Summers is my spirit animal. I'm obsessed with that show. That show, maybe this sounds really cliche, but it came out when I was young. I think I was maybe 11 or 12. And I watched it all through high school. And I'm telling you, that show, got me through high school. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, she was just the epitome of strength and, not being afraid to sort of stand her ground. And she's Superwoman to me.
But it looks like you're also a big superhero fan, because I know you watch a lot of the DC shows. Mm-hmm. You have a Wonder Woman phone case, I noticed.
Yes.
Very cool. Which superheroes are you really loving right now, whether it's a show or just in general?
Well, apart from Buffy, I just got into Supergirl. Okay, so I was a little on the fence about it. I didn't know if I would like it or not, but I'm halfway through season 1, and I like it. I think that she could be a little more fierce, but I think she's finding her ground. I think she'll get there. I love Jessica Jones. I'm almost through Luke Cage, which
no spoilers.
No spoilers.
I saw Jessica Jones. I need to watch that one.
No spoilers, but It's amazing.
Awesome.
I mean, there are some scenes where I was like grabbing the sides of my chair. I was just like, yes. Yeah, I definitely love those shows. And I'm also a really huge Rocky fan. I'm a little bit obsessed with the Rocky franchise. I don't know if you had a chance to see Creed.
Yes.
But it was, oh my God.
It was phenomenal.
Oh my God. It was amazing. It literally, I was crying watching it. I was like, this is just, this is everything.
Well, I want to do a little quick fire round with you, so whatever comes to mind. All right, you
Okay,
ready?
yes, I think so.
First one, what goes on your pizza?
Mushrooms.
What's your all-time favorite match?
Of mine or in general?
We can do both.
Okay. Of mine, well, okay, in general, one of my favorite matches of all time is, maybe this, again, is super cliche, but Iron Man match, Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart, WrestleMania 12 will go down as one of the best matches ever in the history of wrestling. I love Shawn Michaels. So, and I was really, really happy with the match that I had against Rosemary. Was my first time in a hardcore match and my first time using tacks and weapons and my first time going through a table. So I was really, really happy with that match. So I guess that would be my favorite.
What's one of the coolest things a fan has given you?
Okay. At a Shimmer show in Chicago, a lady came up to me and she had painted a picture of me, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It was watercolor, and it was beautiful. So I would say that, yeah.
Who would your dream match be with?
Okay. Can I give you two answers?
Yes, you can.
Okay. One would be Shawn Michaels. I probably will never happen, but in my imaginary world, it would, and it would be awesome. And Trish Stratus.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, I love Trish Stratus.
And for the last one, who was your favorite band when you were a teenager?
I've got so many answers. Misfits.
Okay.
Definitely would take the cake. With runners up, Pennywise, I was obsessed with. And Poison the Well, I was also obsessed with.
And it's to wrap everything up today, because you have a very busy night ahead of you. Anything you want to say to all of the Allie fans out there who will be viewing?
Yes. Keep watching Allie, because I promise this is not the first time that she has found her ground. And just hold on tight, because she's finding her strength, and you'll hear her roar very soon, I promise.
Well, I'm very excited for the show tonight. Just thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it. Thank
yeah,
you.
This was so fun.
Thanks. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at amusicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See you next time.